Okay, let's just state the obvious. Generative AI is completely reshaping the business world. But, and this is a big but, with all that incredible power comes some massive risks. So, how do you actually control it? Well, we're about to break down a comprehensive framework that provides the answer.
I mean, think about it. From ChatGPT, which we've all probably played with, to tools like Microsoft's Copilot that are baked right into the software we use every day, Gen AI is just everywhere. It sparked this total gold rush, right? Every business is scrambling to figure out how to use it. And this isn't some niche tech thing anymore. Nope, it is a permanent fixture on the agenda in pretty much every boardroom.
So, what's the big deal? Why is this so different? Well, unlike the AI we're used to, which mostly just analyzes data, Gen AI creates brand new stuff. Text, images, you name it. And that, right there, is the game changer. It's what unlocks all this mind-blowing potential. But it also, opens up a total Pandora's box of risks we've never seen before. So the real question for every company out there is, how do you grab all those amazing opportunities without, well, getting seriously burned?
And that's why people are calling it the new Wild West of tech. Seriously. Trying to operate in this space without a solid plan, that's like heading out to search for gold without a map. Yeah, the rewards could be huge, but you're just as likely to run into some serious danger. And that is where this framework comes in. You can think of it as the map for this new frontier. It's a structured guide designed to bring some order to the chaos and, most importantly, help you find your way safely. Now, you should know this isn't just some idea one company cooked up. No way. This was a massive team effort. We're talking over 1,000 experts pitching in, everyone from the folks on the front lines to top academics, all the way up to C-suite execs. And this quote from Jeff Pickett just hits the nail on the head. He says effective AI adoption is a massive competitive advantage. Basically, having a smart, controlled AI strategy isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's absolutely crucial. And the kicker? The most competitive companies, they're already doing this right now. Okay, so we've talked a lot about this map. What does it actually look like? Well, the whole framework is built on 5 core pillars, or domains. So let's dive in and break them down. All right, take a look at this. It lays out the structure perfectly. You can see the 5 domains are all interconnected. Right there in the middle, you've got strategic alignment. And surrounding it are data management, operations, human and ethical factors, and transparency. The key thing to get here is that these aren't separate silos. They all work together. Like if you mess up your data management, it's going to wreck your operations and make being transparent pretty much impossible. Okay, let's start at the very core with Domain 1, strategic alignment. You can think of this as the foundation for everything else. It's all about making sure any Gen AI project you start is actually tied to your company's real goals and isn't just, some cool side experiment. This means you need clear policies, a governance committee to steer the ship, and this is a big one. You got to keep a list of every single AI tool being used. That way, you avoid that whole shadow AI problem where things pop up all over the place without anyone knowing. Now, what does Gen AI run on? Data. It's the fuel for the entire engine. And that means protecting your data isn't just some IT problem to solve, it's a fundamental business priority. Which, of course, brings us right to our next domain. Domain 2 is all about data and compliance. This is where you build a really solid plan for how you handle data from the moment you get it to the moment you delete it. We're talking strict access controls, using things like encryption and anonymization, and this is huge, staying on top of all the laws and regulations, which are changing all the time. Because, let's be real, a slip-up on compliance can be absolutely catastrophic. All right, next up is Domain 3. This is where the rubber really meets the road, operational and technology management. This is all about the practical day-to-day stuff. How do you safely integrate Gen AI into your business? It means creating standard operating procedures, doing your homework on any third-party vendors, and, so important, having a rock-solid plan for when things, and they will, go wrong. Domain 4 is a critical reminder that technology, at the end of the day, is all about people. This one focuses squarely on the human side of things. We're talking about properly training your employees on how to use these tools and what their limits are. It's about helping people re-skill for the future. It's about actively looking for and mitigating bias in the AI, which can lead to some really bad outcomes. And it's also about thinking bigger about your company's reputation and its environmental impact. And that brings us to our final piece of the puzzle. Domain 5, transparency, accountability, and continuous improvement. This is all about fighting that black box problem, where the AI gives you an answer
and you have no idea how it got there. You absolutely have to be able to trace why an AI made a certain decision. That means keeping detailed records and audit trails. This isn't just for show. It's essential for building trust with everyone, from regulators and customers right up to your own board.
Okay, so those 5 domains give us the what, but what about the how? How do you actually get started? Well, the framework has you covered there too, with a really clear 4-step plan to put this all into action.
And it's super logical. Step 1, figure out your goals. What are you actually trying to do here? Step 2, set the scope. You don't have to fix everything at once. As they say, don't try to boil the ocean. Just focus on the biggest priorities and risks for you. Step 3 is to do a formal risk assessment. And finally, step 4, just do it. Execute the plan and make it part of your overall company strategy. And I just want to pause on step 3 for a second. That risk assessment, it's not just some quick checklist you tick off. It's a really detailed 5-stage process. It covers everything from the initial planning and gathering data all the way to the final report. It just goes to show you how thorough this whole process is meant to be. So when you step back and look at the whole thing, what's the big picture? This isn't just about dodging bullets and managing risk. It's about getting your entire organization ready for what is honestly one of the biggest tech shifts we've ever seen. And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Thinking of governance as a roadblock is completely wrong. It's the exact opposite. It's the guardrails on the highway. It's the safety system that actually lets you push the accelerator and innovate safely, effectively, and ultimately way faster and better than everyone else who's just guessing. And you have to remember, this whole process, everything we've talked about, it all starts with one fundamental question that only you can answer for your organization. It all boils down to your risk appetite. How much risk are you actually willing to accept to chase your goals? Because that one decision is going to shape every single choice you make from here on out. Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. This technology, it's already here. It's not some far-off future thing, and it is definitely not slowing down. So the real question you've got to ask yourself is this. Is your organization really, truly prepared to harness all that power responsibly?